Oh boy, what a tragedy. What a tragedy. I don't have anything against the Minnesota College Group. Minnesota College Group helped me out a lot in my life. In a time when I was in really bad shape and in desperate need of positive activities, the College Group came and helped me out. Big time, huge. When they moved to their new location, their new gym, things changed. It became different. I noticed Rick was never there, you know. It was always Diana. And now even Diana is never there. It's other people. So it's like, not to mention the training isn't exactly the best that it could be. But not changing the fact that I could definitely use some exercise. And but again, I have a LA Fitness membership. You know, I'm really focused on working and making money right now. That's my main goal. And getting rest. Yesterday I was incredibly fatigued, mentally exhausted. And for the last 2 evenings, I've been making bad choices with my dinner, and then having, cardiovascular concerns. So back to veg. Let the vegetables be your teacher. Let the vegetables do their thing, give you the nutrients, get into your body, and start to say, now your body's going to start to tell you what it wants and what it should be doing. So that's a secret. When you're tired, you should sleep. It's that simple. My sleep cycle's a little wacky because I flip-flopped a tiny bit this week. Nothing compared to what I used to do. Nothing compared to what I used to put myself through to make $38,000 a year. It's a joke. Still having some problems doing our taxes. This year it's going to suck. I'm going to pay big money, probably about $80, and I should do more research on that to find out, to see if it even in fact will matter. If it doesn't matter, I'm just going to fuck off on everything. Look at, I lost my internet connection. What the fuck is up with that? Stupid shit. I just paid my bill too. You know what I mean? Really kind of a bummer. You pay your bill and then you still have shitty internet. But well, figure it out, assholes. Ten important facts about capital gains and losses. Did you know that almost everything you own, when used for personal or investment purposes, is a capital asset? Capital assets include home, household furnishing, stocks, bonds, held in personal accounts. When a capital asset is sold, the difference between the amount you paid for this asset and the amount you sold it for capital gain or blah, 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 blah. Almost everything you own and use for personal purposes, pleasure, or investments is a capital asset. When you sell a capital asset, the difference between the amount that you paid and blah, blah, blah. You must report all capital gains. You may deduct capital losses only on investment property, not on property held for personal use. if your total net is capital gains and losses are reported on Schedule D, capital gains and losses, and then transferred to line 13 of Form 1040. So, I don't know, maybe. Let's see here. That was IRS. Taxes are hard to do. It might not be worth my time and effort to even fuck with it, you know. But I burnt the bridge with Scottrade, or with, I fucked up with TurboTax and with H&R Block. So I really would like to find a place to get my taxes filed for free. But it's harder, easier said than done. Minor update on overtime for last week. 49 hours, give or take. That's it, plus a holiday pay. So, come another 2 weeks from now, we'll see what happens. A previous check, current paycheck, $2,700, which $1,800 of it is what we walk away with. So, we're losing a little bit more than 30% of our income right now. And that's with claiming 3 deductions, so I definitely wonder how that's fucking possible. But I'm just gonna cut back on my debt service obligations, you know. Wait until you get a letter in the mail from the car company before you send them any checks and stuff, and just slow down with everything, because the only thing we want to continue to do every single 2 weeks is contribute to the Roth, and then every other or once per month we'll make a $500 additional payment to the mortgage, and that alone is going to put us excellent position to be building equity and be able to walk away from this condo with $100,000. But you know, if you sold or if you saved money, if I saved $500 a month for 10 years, I would have $60,000, right? So if I put that $60,000 into the mortgage, I would save $20,000 of interest payments. So it's very logical to do this, and we are most certainly living in uncertain times financially, so it's definitely within my best interest to have alternative assets other than just money in the stock market. And maybe not even have cash, you know what I mean? Maybe there's some benefit to owning your own home and knowing that no matter what, the only thing that's going to be adjusted is my homeowners association dues, you know, and the odd chance of a special assessment happening, you know. But definitely not going to be getting kicked out of my fucking home that I own because the rent, you know, I don't pay rent or any of that bullshit. You know, that's for the other kinds of people that rent their apartments. But let's see. deduction. Yeah. Standard deduction and capital losses videos.
Swing Trader from Investors Business Daily helps you make more money in the stock market by taking advantage of short-term trends. You get one simple list that shows you stocks in buy range, so you can take immediate action.
Smart
For
beta.
every chart, we give you the trade setup, buy zone, profit goal, and stop loss. The strategy is simple. A lot of small gains can add up to big profits. Try Swing Trader now with a 4-week free trial. Go to investors.com/swing.
When an investment sells for less than its purchase price, the difference is a capital loss. As capital gains are reported as income on a tax return, capital losses are deductions. Suppose an investor buys stock at $50 a share in May, and by August it has fallen to $30. The investor holds the stock until the next May, at which point it climbs to $45 per share. He sells the stock and realizes a loss of $5 per share. He can report that loss in the year of the sale. While any loss can be netted against any capital gain in the same tax year, only $3,000 of capital loss can be deducted in subsequent years. Suppose Frank realized a capital gain of $10,000 in 2013 and a loss of $30,000. He can offset $10,000 of his loss against his gain, but he can only deduct another $3,000 of loss against his income for 2013. Frank can deduct the remaining $17,000 in $3,000 increments every year from then on, until the entire amount has been deducted. But if he deducts that $3,000 in 2014 and 2015 and realizes a $20,000 gain in 2016, he can deduct the remaining $11,000 against that gain in 2016. Investments held for less than a year and sold at a loss generate a short-term capital loss. If they're held a year or longer, it's a long-term loss. Taxpayer must total all gains and losses and divide them between the long and short term. Long-term gains and losses are netted against each other, as are short-term gains and losses.
That's an interesting question to ask a tax professional. Can I offset these losses for next year when I have a full year's worth of mortgage interest deductions? I don't know. I'm pretty much just going to take a fucking hit for $2,000 off of my stock trade nonsense.